All right. Well, hey guys, why doesn't everybody go ahead and take your seats? We're going to go ahead and get started. So, welcome. I'm going to move this table out of my way because it just bothers me there. Well, hey guys, why don't you grab your seats? We're going to get started with Connection Point. We've got a lot of ground to cover today and not a whole lot of time to do it. So we got to move kind of briskly through this meeting today. I'm excited. We've got a lot to do. I sent out a text to pretty much everybody about New Year's resolutions a little bit ago. Because the truth of the matter is, we all enter every single year with really lofty goals, a lot that we think we can achieve, because we believe future self is amazing, and future self is amazing. The problem is present self always catches future self, and present self likes to watch TV, right? And so we begin to give up on our goals right now. So that's why this is the moment to lean in, right? And so we'll be talking a little bit about that, but I'm glad to see you here because it tells me you've made a commitment to grow. So, hey, we're starting a little different this week. On your seats, you see I gave you a sheet, the 135 and the 411. That's what I've been teaching the last couple weeks, the 135 and the 411. Who has done their 135 so far? All right, Sam, I know you have. Good, Arthur, excellent. Who's done a 411 so far? Good, Brent and Alice. Okay, excellent. And Arthur as well. Good. So the reason I've got this here for you today is one of the things I'm doing with our top 20% is they're scheduling standing meetings. Meaning that every single month they have a meeting with me where we're going to go over their 411, their 135 to make sure that they're reaching their goals. My goal is every single agent in this market center is operating with that purpose, whether you're in the top 20% or on your way to the top 20%. So I gave you that sheet today because I want you to spend a couple minutes right now kind of filling that out. If you haven't done it yet, if you have, you can kind of fill it out. I want you to work collaboratively. What is your one thing for this year? How many units do you want to produce? Why? Right? I want to do 24 units. That's going to be a substantial amount of income at about $11,000 per unit, right? Why? Right? And what are my 3 priorities to get there? If my 3 priorities are to get there, what are the 5 strategies to accomplish those priorities? Sam, we just had a conversation about that.
We sure did.
What do you think that's going to do to your business this year?
It's going to absolutely change it inside out.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. I mean, we had a great consult yesterday. We took that 135, and then we talked about how do we communicate that to your everyday tasks. And now, Sam and Elisa, who are fantastic to begin with, now take that and they leverage that to grow what they already do intuitively in a purposeful way. I want that for everybody here. So take a look at that 135. Do me a favor, talk to each other, spend a couple minutes. What's your 1-3? What's your one thing? What are the 3 priorities you need to do to get there? And the 5 strategies. Start working on that. On your mark, get set, go. You can talk to each other with your mouth parts. So yeah. Okay.
But anyway, so the one thing that I want, what I want to cover this year, in us transactions. Yeah, you do what about love
I've been a realtor for 24 years in my other No, I've never had a
and just go through it. That's why
My phone's always ring.
Exactly. Yeah.
I've never had a goal.
So this makes it so
Well, I want to sell my house this year.
So one,
I want to sell my house this year, but I know that I need to focus on my personal.
so
Do you know what I mean? Because I haven't sold my
That's a year to the year. So what would it be if you want to say, if I am doing what I'm doing yourself, by the end of this year, I was going to have 6,500. So 24, what you just it's not so the thing is why smart has to be, it has to be realistic, it has to be something that you could, it's attainable, it has to be something that you've done before. I do the 20 and I'm having part time in the 30. So the reality is, if you could say, I'm going to do what you say, 6, that's very, 6 is attainable.
So 6 transactions equates to about 80,000.
How about that? Okay, so where did that point come in from? Where did that come in? So in a sense, farmers, right? That's what it is. What are you doing that you can do with the farming?
I didn't learn a lot about it.
Okay, now you put
It was online.
All right. Good. All right, so come on back. Come on back to the big group. So, that is not enough time, right? So this conversation needs more time, but we've got to start actually doing the work, right? I love that you're here at Connection Point, and I know I am incredibly entertaining. However, that's not going to build your business. What's going to build your business is purposeful action, and the 135 is the roadmap for that purposeful action. I want to have conversations in this market center with agents at every single level where I can say, what's your goal for the year? What's your plan to get there? How does that plan translate to what you're doing today? And how do you know if you're on track? Right? And then we can have a conversation about moving forward. That is what this is about. We named this meeting Connection Point a couple years ago. And the reason we did that is I want this to be more than a sales meeting. Right? Because to be honest, in my world, like meetings, I don't like meetings. I don't like them at all. But I love connection. Right? And so if this functions Connection Point, then you're connecting. It's not about me connecting with you. It's about you connecting together on those goals. And there's power in the pack, right? It's one of our core beliefs, right? Together, everyone achieves more, right? There is incredible power in this room for your productivity. Now, that is going to happen if we use the tools like the 135 or the 411 to inform radical accountability, right? Radical accountability isn't a negative thing, it's a positive thing, because I know you're 72% more likely to achieve a goal if you give someone permission to keep you accountable. And the way they keep you accountable is they know what your goal is because they know what your 135 says or your 411. That's the relationship I want to have with our top 20% individually and with everybody else in groups, right? I want to know what you're doing so I can help you get there. I want you to know it too. So let's start using those tools because radical accountability means that we achieve, right? Here's the truth. Not everybody wants it, right? There are a lot of people who say they want it, but they don't want it. And that's okay. You're here, and that tells me you want it, right? So let's now take the next step. So you've got the tools there. You started the 135 conversation. Flip it over. You're going to see your 411, right? Your 411 translates the 135 into what I do every day, right? Now, we're not going to go into detail on that in this meeting, but after we end this meeting, my goal today is that you don't just go run off, right? Is that you go and you run together and you start working on these tools, because next week, when we have our connection conversations, they're going to be based out of what your 411 that you needed to get done, right? And so we'll keep moving forward with that. But I really want to emphasize, this is not infotainment, right? This is about building a purposeful business so that you don't leave it to chance whether or not you get there, right? I'm going to do 24 units this year. Where are they going to come from? My database. How is that going to happen? What will happen if I do these 3 things? What's going to make those 3 things happen? I'm going to use these 5 strategies. Five. Right? I'm going to use these 5 strategies, right? Okay, so what does that mean you need to do today? That's how we get there. There's no chance in this business. Just like there's no chance in whether a Krispy Kreme or a Chick-fil-A succeeds, right? They've got a business plan. That's what I want for you. So hey, connection questions, let's do a little more mix-up. How many contacts did you make last week? How many contacts were added to your database? You guys know the questions. Go talk about it amongst yourselves. Go.
Jackie, I'm Jamie. I'm terrible sometimes, and I hear I keep asking for people. Yeah. It's harder. Oh, so where were you at before you came Well, this is a good place to come.
All right, come on back. Come on back, come on back, come on back. Good. Over this right now, I would for these questions, how many contacts did you make last week? I would love for you to walk into this room with a grin on your face because you are sure that you're going to beat the person you talk to. Does that make sense? Christina walks in smiling every single week. She does. She's like, oh yeah, how many contacts? Let me tell you, right? And the business comes from that. So I don't want you to come to connection questions with a feeling of dread. I want you with a feeling of I'm taking the hill, and that comes from doing the work. Keep moving through. Hey, KW is not like every company out there. I say this all the time. Our beliefs are what make us. Our beliefs are what have enabled us to be the largest real estate company in the world, and that is founded on our Y4C2. Tell us a little bit more, Mr. Brent Beachel. Yep.
Good morning, everybody.
Yep.
So, Super Bowl's coming up, and I know it's the KW red, but I just wanted to make everyone green with envy, so I wore my... You can take the boy out of hockey. You can't take hockey out of the boy. That's all there is to it. So I love giving the quote of the week. This week, Les Brown said this: "It's important to surround yourself with the people who will life with you, who will encourage you and see your vision and inspire you, so you can act the way you want to be. And soon you'll become the way that you act." That is so important. That's why we repeat our Y4C2Ts all the time. It's a way that you can act out and become what you act. So we're going to all stand up together. We're going to repeat our Y4C2Ts. Come on, everyone. Let's get up. We love doing this. Here we go. You ready? Win-win or no deal. Integrity. Do the right thing. Customers, they always come first. Commitment in all things. Communication. Seek first to understand. Creativity. Ideas before results. Teamwork. Together, everyone achieves more. Trust starts with honesty. Equity. Opportunities for all. And success results through people. Great job, you guys. Great job. Sit down and let me give you 3 quick things of KW culture. All right, so I like that one over here. Integrity, the second one there. Integrity, do the right thing. Webster says that integrity is being honest and having strong principles. That's a great way to act, don't you think? And that's great KW culture. The second thing of great KW culture is this: you want to represent the market center and our company in a positive way. You want to smile at others regularly. What happens right away? It brightens your day. That's great KW culture. And the third thing of great KW culture is this: respond to a client's calls or concerns in a timely manner. You want to give your clients 100%. That's a great way to act, and that's great KW culture. And with that, I hope you guys have a great culture week.
Cool. And just a reminder, the microphones are for the people at home, so we're not crazy. I just think that's important to believe. Hey, we've got a lot going on and a ton to get through today, so I will try to move as briskly as possible. Pick your squares, $5 per square. Half the winnings go to KW Cares. One of the neat things about Keller Williams is we have a number of nonprofits that were founded out of Keller Williams. KW Cares is really, truly on the ground every single natural disaster. Anything happening around the world, KW Cares is there. When the war broke out in the Ukraine, KW Cares was there. When the South was hit with hurricanes, KW Cares was there. And so this is a great opportunity to have a little fun in the Market Center and then also to support a great cause. So get with Samantha for more information. 72 Sold training going on today at 12:30 p.m. with Sam Othman. I had the opportunity to go on a 72 Sold appointment last week. I ran the 72 Sold system. It's fantastic. It is very good. I walked out and I said, I don't think I'm ever going to do a listing appointment another way. So I would really encourage you to check out the training, right? And I've heard other agents, same experience, that the system is a great way to present and get your listing. So check that out. That's today, 12:30. ALC Personal Development Committee. This is cool. I'm very excited about the ALC this year. And so this is coming up, personal development class with Mary and Christina from the Baez team. What's that? And who? Alice. And Alice too. Oh, sorry, yes, and Alice Beachel as well. And that will be Thursday, February 9th at 2 p.m. Keller Williams is not just about selling real estate. We're a people development company. We have some fantastic leaders, and I'm really excited to see what comes from this group. So mark your calendars for February 9th for a little time of personal development. And then pull out your calendar now. This is going to be an incredibly powerful opportunity with Gene Rivers. This is March 24th listing clinic. And so that'll be $5 per agent if you'd like to be a part of that. And please email Samantha or Melanie to RSVP. Gene Rivers is really, truly one of the best. And every time I hear him speak, I get something from it. His value card idea for his business cards is really, truly one of the best things I've ever heard to try to develop your sphere and your club, right? So check that out. That's March 24th, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. It will be a live but broadcast thing. We'll be here in the Market Center attending via video. Cool. And then Connection Point, February 14th, we've got a very special guest. This is cool. You know, no matter where you want to go, Keller Williams has a roadmap to get you there. And Jack Smith is a millionaire real estate agent. He is one of the top producing agents in the company, and he will be here with us on Valentine's Day to share with you his journey. What an incredible opportunity. You know, if I have the opportunity to stand in the room with someone who is where I want to go, and they're willing to just share openly about what it takes, that is valuable, valuable information, valuable time. So that will be Connection Point on February 14th. Please make a plan to be here unless it's your anniversary, in which case be with your spouse, as I will be. So good. Connection Point, February 14th is also our Death by Chocolate. Kind of a lot of fun. If you haven't been here for Death by Chocolate, it's a lot of chocolate. So, so check that out. More information from Sam and Melanie. Cool. And this is Ray Wright.
RED, which stands for Renew, Energize, and Donate. Each year, the second Thursday of May, we close our office doors and we open up our giving hearts to celebrate Red Day. We spend the day away from our businesses and serve the worthy organizations and causes in our local community. From rebuilding homes, refurbishing local parks, giving to local food shelters, and hosting blood drives, and so much more. Red Day is just another example of our commitment to making a difference in the lives of others and bettering our community. I'd love for you to join me this year in helping make this Red Day the biggest and best ever as we spend the day giving back. Together, we can make this Red Day a huge blessing for our community.
So Ray,
There's some video of what we did in 2019.
oh, more coming. All right.
Just basically.
Ray, come on up. Come on up, Ray. Yeah. Yeah, there you go.
That's enough.
There you go. Yeah. Yeah.
Actually, that was very, very, very low. I was really hoping for more. No, in 2019, we did a lot of planning for a big event in our parking lot. Unfortunately, we didn't have the same. There was the mayor knocking me off. Fortunately, we didn't have the vision from our leadership that we do today. So if you look at that, Thursday 5/11 is actually Red Day. We're going to be planning for our big event on Saturday the 13th. Now, raise your hand if you were even here back then when we did our 2019 event. You guys were there. It was on a Thursday. It was raining. It was a bad time. It was cloudy. It was cold, and we had good attendance for that type of a day. But we really want to pump it up this year to have a lot of attendance on Saturday. We'll use Red Day, the 11th, to invite and invigorate and try to get people there on Saturday. So I have Mark Chow here, who is actually the person that's going to help plan it, just to kind of talk a little bit about it. He's got flyers he gave you. He's from Family and Kids Foundation, and that's who we raised money for in 2019. We raised a little over 7,000. I think there was a 3,000 net to you. So 4? It was pretty close. So, and that was on a low day. I think we can really pump that up this year.
Is it really on? Okay. Well, thank you for having me. I can't believe it was 4 years ago we got hit with COVID, but Ray came to us about planning an event to benefit the community, and I just want to talk about our charity. It's called Family and Kids Foundation, and we're the charity of the logistics industry. So all these trucks running off the road or these big buildings, those people donate to us product to get out to low-income families, children and adults. And this is a very unique charity that we've been running since 1999, and I think we're $100 million into it, probably over 100 million. And what we need is funds to pick up truckloads of items that people could use. And it's everything in the gamut. Everything in a Walmart, everything in a Target, everything online, furniture, clothing, beds, food. At Christmas time, we did 13,000 kids and passed out close to 60,000 Christmas gifts. So this event that you're doing is our biggest fundraiser of the year. And every dollar will be used to benefit at-risk children and adults, not only in this area, but also in Central California and Southern California. And the last 2 years, we served over 200,000 low-income children and adults. So we use every dollar to help pick up the product. You got to pay for gasoline. We don't get gasoline free. You don't get trucking free. And but Red Day, you have your flyer here, is an event that Ray and I came up with. It's really a big fun day, and we're going to cover your whole parking lot. Right, Ray? Whole parking lot. A lot of fun stuff, rock climbing, taco booth, hot dog booth, confection, inflatables, hopefully a train ride, petting zoo, game booths, Chuck E. Cheese on steroids, a silent auction, a raffle, and we hope to get, can I say how many people we want? In this room, okay. We hope to get over 1,000 people to this location. And on Monday, Ray and I are going to meet with anybody who wants to join an organizing team to help plan this event, because we have a lot of aspects of the event, and we need you to help volunteers, bring your family. We're going to bring volunteers. But it's a very detailed event so that when they come to Red Day, it's going to be a great event to benefit the community, a great show for Keller Williams. But we're going to have tickets on sale and a lot of great things. It's like a big festival, and we're going to have a health component to it. So it's going to really benefit the community. And we're going to be meeting on Monday, hopefully, to, we're going to have flyers, a website, tickets, sponsorships. If you look at your second page, where we made a lot of money 3 years ago is on the sponsorship form, where for your business, if you want to sponsor a booth or take a major part in being an entertainment sponsor or the train ride or the penny zoo, there's different levels. And you could talk to Ray and the committee members if you want to sponsor that. And we have, this helps pay for the event and raise net revenue for the nonprofit. Okay, got that. Go ahead, Ray.
We do a lot of events here. We do the pie event. We do our trunk or treat event for the agents here. It's a perfect opportunity to invite your clientele, your database, lean into your database, and pump that up and show them that you're giving back to the community. So.
No, thank you for coming in. I couldn't be more excited about what we're doing with Red Day this year, because the opportunity to have just incredible impact in people's lives is here, right? And so we are doing Red Day on Red Day, which will be you guys out knocking on doors, making phone calls, connecting with your sphere, letting people know, really doing the work to make the Saturday event successful. And then, yes, we will be doing a Saturday event as well. This sponsorship form, it's bigger than just your business. It's bigger than you deciding to be a sponsor. In fact, I hope you use it to go out and to connect with local businesses to say, hey, I want to talk to you today, but I'm not trying to sell you real estate or get you to sell real estate with me. I'm going to ask you to help support our community, the community that's helping you support your family. And here's how you can do that, right? What an incredible opportunity to come from contribution. It's a great opportunity to connect with your sphere, to call and say, hey, I'm calling today because I wanted to invite you to be part of something bigger than my real estate business, bigger than our friendship. I want you to help me be part of helping families, right? It's a great opportunity. So I cannot wait to see what happens. When was the meeting, Ray, the service committee?
We're trying to go Monday at 2 o'clock.
Monday at 2 o'clock is our service committee meeting. So connect with Ray afterwards to make sure you have that information. Is that on the flyer here? No. Okay, so get a pen out, write it down. Monday at 2 o'clock is the service committee meeting. We would love for you all to be, well, as many of you as possible to be part of that meeting. But every single person's market center, we want you connected to Red Day. So, awesome. Cool.
Just real quick, these sponsorships,
Yep.
are they one-offs, like the presenting sponsors are one?
Yeah,
Or
it's
can it be
one-off.
sold
Yep.
more than one?
Except the only one that's not one-off is the booth sponsor, where we have game booths and arts and crafts. And when you sponsor a booth, you know, say you pick a booth and we'll first come, first serve,
Yeah.
we'll have several. You could take that booth, host it, be there and decorate it in the whole 9 yards. Maybe we'll have an award for the best
I love it. I love it.
But that's the one that's not one-off, but everything else is one-off.
Yep. Yep. So I expect to see the Angels sponsoring. Anyway, or in and out. All right. So, any other questions about Red Day? Yeah. Was there a question from the back? Okay. All right. Good deal. Well, hey guys. Like I said, make sure you're part of that. And as you can already tell, our ALC is in action, right? We've got our growth committee, we've got our Red Day committee functioning, and I just cannot wait to see how the ALC is going to impact our market center and our community this year. So, hey, just a reminder, family reunions happening very quickly, February 18th to 21st. If you have not gotten a ticket yet, I would love you to consider getting a ticket. It will not be online in any way this year, so you're only to be present for these events. I've been told that it's coming. I don't know if they've done that in the past where you can just purchase a day locally. I don't know if that's true or not, but Gary Keller's vision speech every year is worth the price of admission. You know, last year Gary Keller at Family Reunion was talking about what was coming in the real estate industry. He was talking about interest rates and what to expect. And I remember I came back to the market center and I said, hey, we could touch 8, right? And we're probably going to we're going to be there before we get to the end of this thing. And I would hear from other businesses, other real estate companies, other agents that their team leaders were saying, "Oh no, this isn't a big. This isn't really a shift. It's not. It's just normal." Guys, is it different? Absolutely. And Gary saw it coming. I love this opportunity. So be there. Not to mention just the wealth of knowledge from the best real estate agents around the country. So if you can be at Family Reunion, be at Family Reunion. So listings. Hey guys, the real estate market's popping again. Brent, is that your experience right now?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So we're getting open houses. I'm seeing traffic at open houses. I'm seeing offers coming in. I'm seeing things go under contract in a pretty quick, timely way if they're priced right. So take a look at these listings. We've got a 4-bedroom, 1.5 bath from Rose Serta. That's Rancho Avenue, San Bernardino, for $469. Great price. Rose, want to tell us about that property?
It is a 4-bedroom, 2-bath, not a 1.5.
Okay.
It's completely rehab. The sellers, it's a trust, and the sellers have really done so much into the home.
All right.
Everything. I mean, brand new kitchen with kitchen cabinets, and countertops, quartz, lighting, retextured the entire interior, tile flooring, new air conditioning and heating units. I mean, everything. He did everything on the inside.
Wow, so $469 for a turnkey, starter home. That's
There is a
fantastic.
house on the other street on State, that closed on January 26th for $495. Same square feet and same house.
All right.
They also did some, some remodeling, with granite countertops,
Okay.
of course. So there is an opportunity here.
All right. Awesome.
At 460.
Well, make sure you reach out to your clients, people who are in that price range, right? Or people are maybe looking to pick up a property for investment because they've got money they need to get in a vehicle, right? That might be another opportunity as well.
Fulton.
Mm-hmm.
So after Mill, it becomes San Bernardino, but it is right next to Fulton.
All right. Good deal. We've got a 4-bedroom, 3-bath from the Baez team. That's for $495. Wow. That doesn't seem right. Is that right? What's that?
That's in Beaumont.
Okay. Yeah.
It's a great property, solar, freshly painted inside, has a lot of,
Wow.
so it's really good. And we're gonna have some, price improvement, which will shock the market and it'll probably sell a little more.
Okay. Good deal. Well, it looks like a great opportunity. So check that out. Open house this weekend. Bring your clients by. Good. We've got just listed from the Hungerford team, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, $1,739 for $525 in San Bernardino. Looks like a cute little home. So I don't see anybody from the team here. So moving on. We've got Mary Brown Edwards, 4 bedrooms, 2 baths, 1,600 square feet for $550, and that is Zora Lane, Moreno Valley. Arthur, you want to tell us anything?
Yes, it's a beautiful home. It was an elder's plant. She passed away, but she didn't pass away in the house. And 4-bedroom, 2-bath. It's beautiful. The upcoming showing, the 7-day showing will come soon, and then the 7-day expectation will be coming soon. The peripherals are beautiful.
All right. Well, definitely an opportunity to get clients in there, particularly people who are getting into the market. I see some real good opportunities here. We've got bath at 420. That's from the Kevin Allen team. I see we've got some Kevin Allen team here. Yeah, hey. Hey. Well, welcome aboard. All right, yeah. Oh, wait. Okay, so looks like this one has sold. They are encounters, so it should be may not be available at this. Congratulations, Kevin and team. Well, there you go. All right. Bath, also from the Kevin Allen team. This one is $730,000 in Riverside. Beautiful home there. All right. One of the things that I am super excited about, we had our first session of this run of Ignite on Monday, and it was, I mean, we had a full room of emerging agents who are looking to build their business. If you are not at CAP, I really encourage you to be part of Ignite this time through. Ignite's not just going to be about education, it's going to be about action. And so I really, if your business is not growing, let's start with solid foundations. You cannot build a skyscraper on sand. So we got to build the foundation solidly, and this is how we do that. So check that out. Get into Ignite. Yeah, Rose.
Yeah. So I want to mention another coming listing in Hidden Springs, Moreno Valley. 3-bedroom, 2-bath, new carpet, and then of course flooring throughout the rest of the house. Carpet is in the living room and dining room.
All right.
It does have a green belt in the back, no neighbors.
Yep.
And also a nice sunroom.
Okay, very cool. Awesome. Well, get in Rose if you'd like more information. Okay. All right. New Rose for more information about that coming soon. Hey, so just keeping with my theme of purpose, 411 is a tool that everybody should be using. So I want to keep revisiting this idea of 4 weeks, 1 month, 1 year, right? Because the reality is we're already a month in. And I don't know what your annual goals are, but if you weren't working on them, that's got to be the urgency that we have right now. Your 12 months is now 11 months to get to where you want to be. And so purposeful action is what's going to get you there. There are a lot of real estate agents who built their business on opportunities that just sort of seemed to happen. And what happened is those opportunities went away. And I go through the market and I can tell you it is more the rule than the exception to see businesses that are down 60 to 70%, right? Because they're down more than the market because the agent just didn't know where the business was coming from. I don't want that to be you, so we need to be purposeful. So what I want to talk about, some of the stuff we touched in Ignite, and but with that in mind, what do you need to do this week to stay on track to your goals? Right, that's what I want you to think about right now. And we talked about that a little bit with the 135 conversation. Let's revisit it. Go ahead and find some people to talk to right now. What do you need to do this week to stay on track to your annual goals? I'm going to give you guys 3 minutes. Have that conversation. Go. All right. All right, guys, come on back. So, what are the answers? What do you need to do this week to stay on track to your goals? What are you saying? Yeah, Rick.
I feel like for me, it's just being in action, talking to people, being comfortable on the phone at least 2 to 3 hours a day, every like 5 days a week. Just if you're in action, I feel like you're gonna get more knowledge and experience, and it's gonna help you build.
I think what you said about action is good, right? An object at rest stays at rest. An object in motion stays in motion. But purposeful action. So the action was good, and you informed it, I need to talk to people, right? And you said 2 to 3 hours a day. That's a powerful, purposeful statement, right? Because now you know, what do I need to do? I need to talk to people 2 to 3 hours a day. I need to be on the phone or in conversation with people. What happens if you run out of people to call? Open houses? Yeah? What's that? Events? Yeah?
Go to the grocery store.
Go to the grocery store, go knock on doors. Yeah, guess what? There's always more people. There are way too many people, in my opinion. Anyway, no, but does that make sense? There's always more people. So if Drake's calling through his list and he's like, I ran out of my sphere of influence, guess what you do? You go drive around and get more sphere of influence. You go walk up to people in the supermarket and say, hey, can I help you find anything? Do you work here? Nope, just helpful, right? Right? That's okay. And creepy. Yeah, but that's okay, right? That's how we do these things. We get involved in our communities. But I like that. It's purposeful. Action. What else? What else? Sam?
Well, it's great to talk to people. It's fantastic. But the bottom line is, we need to set an appointment.
Appointments. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, it's not that you need to be the most popular person in the city. You need to have people think about when you think about real estate. So setting appointments, I absolutely have to, because if I talked to 300 people this week, but I set 0 appointments, I'm still behind on my goals, right? Now the activities lead to the results, but we have to be focused in what our goals are. So yeah, appointments. What else? Brent, yeah.
So listen, I'm just popping by with a little popcorn for you.
Yep.
Because your referrals are super, they bowl me over. So if there's anything I can do to help you in your real estate needs, just let us know. I got my card there for you.
That's great. Brent, I was thinking about selling a multi-million-dollar home, and thank you for the popcorn.
Great, thank you. I'll be here waiting for you.
True story, right? Popcorn led to a $1.452
million sale.
True story. Knocking on a door, handing popcorn. That's return of investment, and they pop by. Exactly, right? So yeah, so that's it. I ran out of people to call, so I got my car, and I just dropped off popcorn, right? Okay, there's always more to do. Good, what else? What else do you do, Christina?
Having an accountability partner, because like with
Yep.
Jerry, it's really nice because it's high accountability, but like not in a harsh way. So it's like just being honest with yourself and like, where am I at on my goals? What do I need to do to, like how you were saying, like what do I need to do extra if I didn't achieve last week? What do I need to do this week?
Right, yeah. Accountability isn't you suck. It's how do we help you get there, right? That's the difference. That's the difference, right? It's we're going to climb the hill together. A hill looks 20% less steep when you're standing next to a friend, right? That's just the data. Well, you got a big hill to climb. I don't want to climb the steep hill. I want to climb the hill that's less steep. So bring somebody into your life who can help you get there. Yeah, Arthur.
Once a month, I meet with several of my database, and we have either coffee or breakfast. And last Wednesday, I had a breakfast with one of them, and he referred me a major that's coming from El Paso. She's going to be buying in L.A., and I talked to her yesterday.
Mm-hmm. I love it. To me, I'm going to put that in strengthen relationships. Right? It takes a long time to write it, apparently. And this is why I'm not a teacher in a school. Okay, strengthen relationships, right? That's going to help me get those referrals. People say, well, I want to get X number of referrals this year. It doesn't happen on accident. It happens because I invest in the relationships, right? Rose, was that you in the back? Yep. Yep. Coming from contribution, absolutely. So this is what I love. Every single person in this room has an idea of what they need to do, right? I know if I want to stay in shape, I have to move, right? Knowing is just the first step. Knowing is half the battle, as G.I. Joe says, right? The rest of it is actually doing it, and that's where that accountability comes into play. That's where letting people know your goals becomes really important, right? So we want to continue to focus on that. Drake, you said talk to people, and I love it. And that's super important. Talk to people, have relationships, build your database. So we have to get comfortable with this script. Hi, my name's Chris Mueller with Keller Williams Riverside. That's it, right? So if I meet somebody at like a social gathering, or I meet somebody at the park, or I meet somebody at my basketball practice for my 5th graders, I normally say, hey, well, I'm Chris. Do I tag it with, yeah, hi, I'm Chris, I'm with Keller Williams. It's a little weird, but if I make it a reflex, it's not anymore, right? Or, hey, what do you do? Oh, that just opening the conversation, right? So it's just another thing. And so the way you can have that, hi, my name's Chris. They introduce themselves, well, great, what do you do? And then you say, what do you do, right? Or you wear the little name tag, and it says, hi, I'm Chris with Keller Williams Riverside, right? And we make that a habit. I wear my jacket that's got the Keller Williams on all the time. I don't even think about it anymore, right? Because it's just, hey, it's my jacket, right? But we got to get used to that conversation. Rose, you had something to say in the back there.
Yeah, wearing something from Keller Williams. We were in Mexico over a week ago, and we were having dinner, and one of the people there asked me what that meant, and so I told him. Company. I even told him that I think that there's a Keller Williams in Mexico City, because this was Mexico City.
Oh yeah.
And that led into a selling referral, because that person is thinking about selling a home, and so I told that person, I will get you connected.
Yep.
Someone here in Mexico City.
Absolutely. So here's what we're
Anywhere you go, just
anywhere you go. Anywhere you go.
a walking billboard, right?
Right? Well, and
Hayward is the example of that. I learned that from you.
I said this in Ignite yesterday, and I'll say it again. If you talk to me, it doesn't really matter where I am in the world or what I'm doing. You're going to learn about me. You're probably going to learn. You're going to hear about my kids, my family, because obviously I do that. I've got a lot of that going on. You're probably going to hear about Jesus because he's important to me, and I talk about him all over the country. And you're probably going to hear about Keller Williams, right? Because I'm passionate about this company and about your success. That doesn't change. I don't go to church and leave Keller Williams behind. I don't go to Keller Williams and leave Jesus behind, right? I don't go anywhere and leave my family behind, right? That's who I am because I've internalized all of that, right? It is who I am, right? And so is your real estate business internalized in who you are, so it's just natural to talk about it, right? Because it's part of who I am, just like my kids are. Arthur.
It takes, I think, 30 to 66 days to change your habit.
Yep.
So in order for us to be successful, and I throw myself in that, we have to change our habit. Because I literally wear my bag everywhere. I'm a walking billboard, just like yourself. And we talked about that yesterday at Ignite. Until you're willing to change, you won't change.
Yep. One of the foundational principles of training, like athletic training, is progressive overload, meaning you have to get uncomfortable. You have to do it to the point that it pushes you, because until you're pushed, you can't expand. You can't get stronger, you can't get faster, you can't get anything more. You have to push this to progressive overload. You have to push your boundaries of comfort. You have to learn to be comfortable being uncomfortable and know that the burn is where growth happens, right? So do me a favor. This is going to be a little bit, we're going to be a little more interactive. What I'd like you to do is I'd like you to meet 5 people right now. I'd like you to introduce yourself and learn about them. You've got about, let's say, 4 minutes to do it. On your mark, get set, go. You're going to have to get up and move around this time.
Hi, I'm Jen.
All right, stick to the script. Hi, I'm Chris. I'm with Keller Williams Riverside. All right, guys, take a break real quick. All right, just sit in whatever seat's closest to you. Let me finish up here. So, all right. I got about 5 minutes left, so I want to make sure we wrap this up. Have a seat, have a seat, have a seat, have a seat. Okay, so. All right. I'm going to count back from 5 to 1. When I get to 1, I need you guys back with me. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thank you. Hey, that's powerful. See, that's a powerful moment of connection, right? I know that when I go anywhere, I personally, it's uncomfortable for me to just walk up and say hi to people, right? But it's a necessary skill, right? So I've learned to develop that skill, right? Our market center is a place for you to practice the skills necessary for success. Whether that's just connecting with someone saying, introducing yourself, or whether it's actually practicing the role play to go make the phone calls in your database. The mindset I want you to have for all of that is contribution. And Rose, you mentioned it earlier. I engage in every conversation from a spirit of contribution. And people are happy to be in relationship with me. That's true. That's true, right? You know, I harp on this all the time, but the most powerful stories are the stories we tell ourselves. And the most danger is when we read other people's minds negatively, right? And we do it all the time. We don't call people because we read their mind and we knew that they were thinking negative things about us, so we didn't want to make the phone call, right? No, you don't. I engage in every conversation with a spirit of contribution, and people are happy to be in relationship with me, right? I genuinely care about people, and people genuinely care about me. And in the words of my father, the ones who don't, screw them, right? Like, truly, right? Because that's the thing. Like, I'm not going to let those people stop me from living my best life. I'm not going to let them stop me from living the full life that I was created for. And so I'm going to approach every conversation with that spirit of contribution, with an expectation that people are happy to be in relationship with me. You know, I was at Disneyland with my kids a couple years ago, and Disneyland is a place designed to test your patience and faith in humanity. And I was sitting there as my kids were in the restroom, and I was just watching people. And I had this moment of, what if I just pretended every one of these people was a friend of mine? How would that change my experience today? And then you start watching families, and you just start smiling because they're all having such a good time, or not, right? And it changes. So what if you went to the supermarket and you just assumed everybody was a friend you just hadn't met yet? How does that change your experience, right? See, that's the mindset stuff. The stories we tell ourselves are the most powerful stories. So this is an opportunity for you to superpower your connection. How do we have those conversations? I'm not a natural conversationalist. I picked up a friend a while back, and we just met. You know, we had conversations on the phone. I had invited him to speak at something. He has one of the #1 podcasts in the world right now. And so you'd think he's a speaker, he goes out and does things, and you'd think that he's just a natural conversationalist. You know, oh, he must know everybody. Incredibly shy human being. Fantastic at connection. And I watched him, and he did this to me. He Forded me the whole week, right? Because we'd get in the car together, we spent a lot of time together, and we'd get in the car, and he would just go to the Ford script. He found out everything about me and my family. He knew everything that was going on. And I realized after the fact, that's his coping. That's how he deals with the uncomfortableness of meeting new people all the time, is he just has a fallback script which allows him to have conversations in an easy way, right? And it's beautiful. The cool thing was, by the end of the week, this was at my church, by the end of the week, the people he had met that week, it was like he knew the families at my church better than I did, and I'd been there 14 years. Because every time he just went back to Ford. He just went back to that conversation. It's an incredibly powerful matrix for conversation. So internalize it. Family, occupation, recreation, dreams. It's easy to do. It's really easy to do. You know? Hey, Sam, how's your son doing? How's baseball going?
Doing great.
Yeah.
Doing great. How's your family?
Good. Good. He's doing good. We just found out we get another surprise trip to Disneyland. That's from holdover from his cancer. So,
that's awesome.
I mean, it's a gift that keeps on giving. Right? Right? But that's true. It's real. It's real connection, right? Hey, how's business going? Occupation. Hey, I know the real estate market's vulnerability a little bit slower than it was. How's your business doing? Right? Occupation. Right? recreation is easy. You know, hey, Chris, I heard you're coaching kids basketball. How's that going? You know, I'm going to just fall on the ground and cry a little bit, right? That's okay. And dreams, you know, all of that. But this is how it's our matrix for connection. It's how we do the talk to people, and it doesn't become a painful thing, right? That and the mindset of I engage in every conversation from a spirit of contribution. People are happy to be in relationship with me. Let's do a very Keller Williams thing. I want you guys to say that with me. There we go. 1, 2, 3.
I engage in every conversation.
And people are happy to be in relationship with me. Now, if you say it like a robot, it doesn't mean anything, right? But if you internalize, go, I engage in every conversation from the spirit of contribution. And people are happy to be in relationship with me, right? I feel something from that. You know, it's crazy. We can hack our system so easily. Read Sean Acor's books on happiness. Just stick a pencil in your mouth that pulls your cheeks up. You actually are happier by the end of time doing that. Just from the physical act of being forced into a smile, right? It's crazy, but it's true. Hack your system for your success. So, Ford. Yes, Mary.
So, again, that's another reason to be in that mindset fast.
All right, yeah.
That is, I think, everything, the first thing.
Yeah.
And you conquer that, and then you can.
Absolutely. Yeah, so yeah, get into Mary and Alice's mindset class it was the 9th, right? Yes. Wow, I remembered that. So yeah, actually get into that. That would be great. Because this is the challenge. This is the hurdle. Anybody can be successful in real estate if they can get over themselves. Period. Right? And here's just a script we were going to work on today. I think we're out of time. We'll be working on this through Ignite. But basically, it's just it's an easy script around our app. You guys know we have an incredible app for your clients that's branded to you. And I'll tell you why I think it's incredible. Every time I travel and I go speak, I'm in the car with somebody I don't know, and I was driving around, I see for sale signs, I pull up my KW app, and I very quickly find out what the values are of the homes I'm driving around. I did it when I was back in Minnesota. I do it in Texas. I'm going to be in Connecticut. I'll do it again. I'll be in Rhode Island. After that, I'll do it again. Like that's just, it's my habit to use the app, and the app is good, and it's branded to you. So here's the choice. Tell people about your app, or let them go to Zillow and have Zillow sell them back to you, right? Yep. That's the choice. So great script. Hey, do me a favor. I've got this app for my real estate business. I'd like to get your feedback. It's easy. So it's so easy to check for blah, blah, blah. It's really easy to use it to check for what's on sale and what price is it on your street or your neighborhood or any place in the United States, Canada. I can send you a text with a link. It'd be helpful to get your take. Play with it. Let me know what you think.
But they don't have to pay for the link, right?
No, it's super. It's free, right? Hey, just play with the app. Let me know what you think, right? You're asking for their help. If you can get the people in your sphere to share your success, then every time you get a listing, they celebrate, right? So this is a great way to invite them in. And then just follow it up with, hey, I'm glad we had the chance to catch up, because you did a Ford script. It wasn't just this. I'm glad we had the chance to catch up. If you don't mind, I'm going to put you on my calendar so we can stay in touch a couple times a year. I don't want to drift, right? True? True. I'm a terrible friend. I need to calendar my relationships. My best friend, literally, we have to calendar breakfast because we don't do it. Because he's busy and I'm busy and we love each other, but we don't talk for months at a time, right? So we have to calendar it. I want to be the friend I admire, and I'm going to use real estate to help me be that guy, right? So anyway, so this is a good script that you guys can practice. We are out of time on Connection Point, but this is the minimum entry to success right now. This is what we're teaching in Ignite. It's 10 conversations a day, 10 contacts added a day, 10 handwritten notes a day, and 10 5-1 social media. Yes, Drake?
On the email I got from Ignite, what does the enrichments part mean?
The enrichments is going to be reading The Millionaire Real Estate Agent.
Oh.
It's going to be going out and previewing properties, right? Which now is fantastic. You can go do that. It might be checking out new homes, right? It's going to be just running the stats on the MLS to make sure you know the market. So that's kind of the enrichments from. We'll go over that in Ignite. Also 10-5-1 social media. It's just a model. Guys, what you're looking at here is a model, right? Is it the perfect model? No. But imperfect something is always better than perfect nothing, right? So if you had 10, how many people are having 10 conversations a day? I bet if you start, it'll affect your business. How many people are adding 10 contacts a day? I bet if you start, it'll affect your business. How many people are writing 10 handwritten notes a day? At least. Yeah, good. And I bet it affects your business. Absolutely. And if you start, it will affect your business. because something is better than nothing, always. 10-5-1 is real simple. It's 10 likes, 5 comments, and 1 direct message. These are minimums. There are other models that require more. But the truth is, I was listening to a podcast on achievement this morning. They're talking about fitness. And this PhD from Cal State Fullerton basically said the number one component of a successful fitness regimen is adherence. Nothing else matters as much as adherence, meaning nothing else matters as much as you actually do it. And so this is an entry bar. Is it the best? Imperfect is better than perfect as long as you do it, right? So I want you guys to think about this. If you're not here yet, I want you to adopt this. This is why I want you in Ignite if you're not at CAP. If you're running bold, that's fantastic. But let's get up and let's get moving. All right? Cool. Sam.
Speaking of introduction and talking to people, Jennifer Grill, please stand up.
Yep. She's a lot of people know her, but a lot of people don't.
Jennifer, and some of you who do not know, but this is the best Stacy that you could ever have.
There we go. All right.
So Stacy works.
And she bakes, yeah.
Jennifer.
Yeah, and she makes donuts that are a miracle. I'll be honest. They are, yeah, in addition to that.
The Death by Chocolate, whatever that in cake.
Yep. Yep.
She's gonna make that.
Awesome.
Valentine's Day.
So, last thing on today's content is really simply this. Well, I want to say role play 15 minutes. We'll talk more about it Ignite. If you're not role playing every day, I don't know how you're going to learn to do this at a high level. Period. Last thing I want to say. We started today talking about your 1-3-5. And I love this. Sam and Elisa, we had this conversation yesterday. We talked about it a little with Drake today in this group. The truth is you set the goal and then you do whatever it takes to meet the goal, right? So if my goal is to get 24 units from my sphere, but my sphere isn't producing, but I need those 24 units to get to, what do I need to do? I need to broaden my sphere, right? Or I need to interact more effectively with my sphere. Or I got to keep working on it because failure isn't an option. If I said I'm going to make a commitment to contact 20 people a day and I run out of people, what do I have to do? I got to go find more people, right? And that's door knocking, that's open houses, that's expireds, that's anything and everything. That's non-owner occupieds, right? It's anything and everything to meet the goal. Because the truth is, if that's your commitment, you will. You will. And your life will change. And ultimately, money is good for the good that it can do. Life change is what we're aiming for. Anyway, I'm going to introduce our host for today, our sponsor, Tim Moreno. He's a familiar face in the Market Center. Tim, coming up and say hello, and then I'll let you guys be done.
You know, Chris, that message is on point. I heard a message where the speaker was talking about the fact that doing nothing is not doing anything wrong, but what you have to understand is that when you do nothing, you drift, right? And that's a negative. Right? So everything that you've worked up to a certain point is being lost because your anchor is not in the water and you're being pulled by the torrents of the day. So that's a great message. I really enjoyed that. You know, what I wanted to do is kind of talk to you really quick. I'm only going to take about 30 or 40 minutes. You know I'm capable of it. My premise is to bring solutions to the challenges that you're having with your clients, right? So everybody understands what's going on with interest rates right now. Talking about interest rates, let's talk about what we can do, right? Let's talk about what we can do with the rates that are in front of us, right? We understand that, you know, probably by the middle of the year, if not into Q3, that we may see some easing in interest rates. That's all great, but what does it do for us in the here and now? And so the way that I look at it is I want to earn a place at the table with each and every one of you. And how do I do that? By bringing value. So, you know, some of the things that I could do for you in the 700 plus FICO, 20% down, that's great. I'm not going to turn it away. The reality is what more can we bring? We have programs that right now I'm updating a matrix with down payment assistance. For a long time, people believe that CalHFA is the only execution. It's not. There's at least 3 or 4 other programs that I've recently found, right? Programs with FICOs below 600 down to 500, right? It's got to make sense. The buyer typically has to have at least 12 months of good pay history, and the down payment's probably going to be increased to 10%, but there's an opportunity there, right? For your investors, the DSCR, it's called the debt service coverage ratio, where the payment of the home is basically going to, should I say, the rent on the home is going to debt service the property. What that basically means with a 20% down payment is your client is not showing any income. We're pulling a credit report and we're basically debt servicing the property. And if the payment is represented by the rent at 0.85 to 1%, or I'm sorry, from 0.85 to 1-to-1 to the payment, they qualify. That's it, right? Now, it's a non-QM loan and the rate's probably going to be somewhere in the 8s, but it's definitely an opportunity for your clients, right? 1099 programs for self-employed borrowers, bank statement programs for the same, manufactured home, whether they have a 433 or not. In fact, tripped over a program the other day. It's got some nuances to it, but you can actually get a non-owner occupied manufactured loan, right? 30% down, but there's an opportunity, right? So if your clients have been turned down or turned off by their current lender, right, I'd love an opportunity to help you with that. Also, one last thing. So there's a lot of reticence with regards to buyers that have already been with a current lender, whether they're happy or not, getting a second look. What we can basically do is we can base all of that information on a soft pull, right? There's no hard inquiry. We can do a full pre-approval and then present them with options based on that soft pull. So it gives them an opportunity to be able to consider what we've put in front of them without any impairment. So that's basically what it is. I've got 37 years of experience. What I'm asking you is for the opportunity to put it work for you, okay? So you guys enjoy your lunch.
Thank you, Tim. Hey guys, sorry we went a little long, but a lot of really good stuff with Red Day, and I want you to grow. I hope that comes across. I want to see your success. In 12 months from now, I want us to be in this room smiling from ear to ear because of what happened between here and there. So let's get there together. If you want chili, go out that door and come around, and make sure you're connecting on the 135s, the 411s, and how you can role play together. All right, guys, thank you. That's it. Yep.